And I'm live. So, hello to the couple of you who are here right now. Or the one of you who's here right now. I think Dio. I always hate it when my sound is still on. Alright. I'm starting a new project tonight. And it is the Obsidian Crypt. And that's the base of it, which is what I plan on working on tonight. But I have done some other things. I've started putting it together. So basically I glued this front piece onto this, and I've glued these two things together, these two sides together, but I don't want to go any further, so I have room to actually paint the insides. And I do plan on having, actually I probably should hold it down here. I do plan on having the roof so it's removable. I'm working on that. It's still a little tough to pulling it out. I did these two sides, and this one for some reason didn't fit well, so I green stuffed it. And for now, let's see if I can put it all together. I had it all together last night, and it all fit, other than that one section, which was rather annoying. Alright, so there's that. And then I do have the roof. And the roof does go a certain direction. What I've done is I've started shaving down these two sides here so that when I slided it, when I, put it in, I can get it in while it's closed, so I can remove the roof so, you can play. Yep, that is the right direction. So look, I can move the pieces around. I'm not sure if I'm gluing this down. I'm thinking about gluing this to the base, but I'm not positive on that yet. But, so basically it will, even now it will snap it, or it did last night. And there you go. So you can actually remove the roof. That's actually easier than it was last night. Because this side keeps wanting to stay open. So there we go. But tonight I'm going to start with the floor. There's also there's a little door that actually is the door, and it has a hinge on it, so it actually will open and close. It'll swing, which I think is really cool. And this covers the hinge. So for the floor, I was thinking of doing the floor a lovely marble effect, but honestly, considering that it's going outside, I think I'm going to actually stick with the theme of my graveyard as it is, and I'm going to, I got stuff all over my floor here. I'm going to go with stone. Everything in my graveyard is stone. I did do most of the rest of the graveyard pieces earlier this year. Hello to whoever just joined us. I'm doing the Obsidian Crypt from Reaper Minis. And tonight, hey, it's a Kevin, so you already know. I saw your response, actually. I didn't get back to like it. But I did see your response. That you painted this already. So I'm painting it to match the rest of the graveyard pieces that I already did, which was most of the graveyard from the expansion. I have a few things left, including a couple of graveyard golems. Oh, that makes so much sense. It's on my display board made for my 40k army. Actually, with the right army, that would work out really nicely. Hey, phew! Pardon me. Jeez. I only painted the base and 3 of the walls. Yeah, and that actually, if you do that, if you even take, you could even take like and cut away part of this and make it really ruined. What I'm doing is, as I think you popped on after I was doing my little show and tell. So right now I have this, basically I have only part of it glued. If I can remember which part. Yep, it's that part. It does come out. Actually, screw that. I'll show you the other part. So one of the things I want to do is I want to make it so the roof comes in and out. So I started actually sanding down these here and a little bit, on the actual pieces there, so that I should be able to actually going in much better than it was last night. So there, it comes in and it comes out because I want to be able to reach in. I'm not sure if I'm going to glue this to the base. I might. But I want to be able to see the insides because the inside of these walls is really cool. I think you did a, you know, if you're building it for like ruins and stuff. Why is this not coming out? There we go. Actually, I'll take the other side out. That side is easy. There. So right now I got it basically in 3 pieces like this. Oh, and the door. That's what she said. I know, I knew it, I knew it. I knew it. I love the door in this because the door actually has a hinge and it actually will, and a cover, and it will swing, which I think is neat. So tonight, as I said, I'm going to start with the floor, and I'm going to go with stone. Now, because I don't have a ton of, I'm going with cheapy paints, you know, cheapy paints. A lot of things I painted everything, I based it all black. And then a lot of things I would do this right on top of it. But because there's not a lot of this left, I might save it for the walls. So for the floor, I want to go a little lighter. I don't know, we'll see. I am going to base the whole thing. I can't get the thing open. Cheapy paint black, which I use Delta Ceram Coat, which is pretty good paint for cheapy paint. But I mean, it's a huge terrain piece and it gets rather pricey when you use, you know, the expensive paints. So how are you tonight, Kevin? I hope everything's all right in your neck of the woods. I'm going to take and add a little bit of my, it's black. I can even just take wash water. It doesn't really affect anything. It's black. I'm going to thin it down a hair, but not much. Use gift charger gray because the streaky nature contrast. Yeah, it's true. I like, one of the few things I like the texture for dry brushing is, believe it or not, stone. I like the way it looks. I'm going to base the whole thing black. I've thinned it out a bit, but that's okay. I'll just go over it again. I'd rather have it be a little too thin than too thick. So I really want the water to get the water. I really want the paint to get into the cracks. So here's another one you can use. It's going to be nice and moist. I guess I'll pick it up because that'll be safer that way. Otherwise, I'll end up getting paint on my, I already probably have paint on my brand new desk. And I'm undoubtedly going to have to put out more paint. The goal here is to get eventually a nice even coat of black on this. And to make sure all the cracks and recesses have black paint in it. Which is what I'm focusing on right now, is trying to get those all filled. Filling cracks. There's got to be a joke there somewhere. The nice thing about this sort of thing is it works up really quick when you use a big enough brush. So I usually use, this is the only time I use big brushes is when I'm working on big pieces. And to heck with anybody who throws out challenges out there of like painting Tiamat, aka Mal Drakkar, which is a foot-tall, 5-headed dragon, for those of you who don't know. And do that only with small brushes in a week. I was like, I don't mind doing it in a week, but it's not going to be with small brushes. Just going to kind of smooth it out. I know it's very streaky right now, But that's, as I said, it'll be fine because I'm going to go over it again. I'm kind of painting myself. I'll just hold it like this. I'm probably going to be so... This is a hard one to do. This is a hard one to paint and keep on in any semblance of on camera here. I'm just going over my edges. And the piece here. It's almost like I need a lazy Susan. I'm trying to spin it in my hand without dropping it. There we go. All right. Also want this frickin' thing to dry. But it looks pretty good in terms of, it doesn't look like I missed getting, I don't see any cracks or anything that look like I missed any spots. So that's good. And I'm still trying to spin it. Alright, now I gotta let that dry. I'll tell you, while I stand here and hold this, I'm gonna move my stuff out of the way so I can click on the link. There's only 3 of us here right now, but I don't care. I'll still share. Go ahead, click on the link. Oh, I see you now have heraldry. Yay!
Moist.
It's a Gareth! It's my partner in Goblin Crime. Let's see, display pics. Yeah, those came out sweet. And I'm digging the heraldry. Especially... Now the center one with the little sword, is that... Did you actually paint that, or is that part decal, part paint? The middle one here. Because that's really... Oh yeah, my thing looks very moist because I just put a coat of black on it, and I'm doing it really thinly to make sure that it was so moist it got and filled those cracks. But anyways, here's Crimson's what do you say, Death Guard? Blade Guard. Jesus. But that came out nice. Yeah, the sword is a D. Okay, I figured the sword, but everything else is paint. Yeah, I actually really like this. I like the little red, you know. It's like a sword on a shield, because that looks like a shield. But yeah, no, those came out really good. And here's my inspirations if I need them. I'm not sure I'm going to need them. I've got my own idea of what I want to do. So yeah, I know. Well, Monday was pretty good here. I actually need to make sure I change and shut off the display. There we go. Monday was pretty good here. I had a decent amount of people. For me, I had a decent amount of people. I'll stand here and talk while this dries, because I don't feel like putting it down. I mean, I pick up something, other things to paint now, because I've got, like, you know, the door, I've got the other sides. When I put this down, I said, I'll actually go back over. I know I already went over with what I've done a couple times, but, you know, I'm just so excited about this. Nope, it's definitely still wet on the bottom. Actually, I know what I can do. We can grab my wet palette, because I'm not using that right now. I'll put it in that. I'll get the paint on the plastic. Who cares? Alright. So, Gareth, if you are still lurking about my chat. So, basically what I did... Oh, nice, you got a rate of 22. Well, I don't see anybody I know that's really on... Well, Acid Burn Punk is on, but I think he'll be on for a while. So I basically glued these 2 pieces together, and I glued these 2 pieces together, and I had a gap, so I had to fill it. So then, when it's done, obviously I'll put all 4 pieces together. I'm thinking I'm gonna glue it to the base, but I had to take and I had to play with the so then put it together like that, and obviously I'll glue it. I am out of super glue actually. And then for the roof, I'm making it so that I can actually put it in. So I've basically taken and shaved down these edges. Let me get my hands on camera. I'm gonna nick my thing here. I'm shaving these 2 edges down, and I actually cut a little bit back on these 2 edges so that the thing will just, I may not need to change it. Watch it fail one of these times I do it. It should snap into place. And if it doesn't, it means I don't quite have it in the right location. I already got it twice. Come on, get in there. So there, see it, the roof, I know everything's really close. There we go. Let's see if I can. Plus, my camera's not really adjusted for this. I know, move this. It's still really close. I think it's really close. Any plans for the runes? Probably. I probably am gonna do red runes on this base. I've already got some graveyard pieces. I said I actually did a lot of the other graveyard pieces when I was doing, well, back when they were on the list of many of the day things. So there's a lot of red. So my plan is, yeah, for this I think I'm going to do in red. For, let's see, I'm going to do this all stone. I'm going to do it like the multicolored stone I was doing before. On the pieces like these, I'm probably going to do copper. And this will be, the middle piece will be a stone relief. And whatever on the front here, that's going to pretty much be made to, I'm going to make it like the gates I did already. Because there are also these runes here, and I think I painted them red too, like a blood red color. As for these, as for the little spiry pieces, haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll make them a really light gray. Not positive. The roof looks like it should be a metallic roof to me, and that's how people paint it. So I'm probably gonna go with like the copper roof, but I'm gonna I want to keep everything really kind of dark too. So I don't want anything really bright on this piece. I guess I'll probably have to paint underneath it. Don't wanna, but I probably should. The door will of course be, it's gonna be an iron-bound door. And like what I did was I tried to do a really super dark gray, like a silver, like cast iron. So I'm planning on, I don't know if I'll do that on those. I might, because the door might end up being pretty dark as it is. I'll get back to the door when I get to it. I know it's gonna be a wooden door. It's getting dry. And I'm using cheapy paint because I need a lot of it. And I'm gonna base coat it. Right now I'm base coating it in black because that's what I did the whole graveyard. It was all black. And I'm dark because I can't ever remember what way this camera actually goes, even though I got something sitting there. And that's the general plan. And we'll see how fast this works up. It may work up, like, I already got this floor almost, I need another coat on this floor, but I mean, it took me almost no time to actually get that first coat on there. But definitely needs another one. I'm gonna go across. I'm not gonna thin the paint as much. I'm not gonna thin the paint at all, actually. If I feel like it needs to be thinned, then I will add a little water. Since I got the paint in the cracks already, get rid of this. Where am I going to put it? I will look at your version in a minute, Kevin. One thing at a time. I'm going to get another coat on this, and I can look when I'm letting it dry. Because it's dry enough for me to actually hit it, so. I believe in efficiency. That's one thing I'm super, like, I try to be super efficient at work and in all areas of my life. Get rid of that little mark. There was a little spot there that I put my hand in, actually, when I was putting the roof on. Because that's one thing. I do actually like to look at other people's versions, and I sort of like to get ideas off of that as much as my own ideas. At some point, I'll actually have to grab some of my graveyard to take a look at it and see what the heck I did. Because it was months ago when I did it. Alright, I'm going to put that aside because that is wet. Alright. Oh, friggin' arm. Left arm is still bothering me. Although I think it's finally getting better. Let's take a look. Oh, wait. You know, I wonder if I have seen this. Oh, also that fence looks familiar. All right, let me throw it up here. So, no, wait a minute. I was gonna say it looks kind of. There's one actually I've been picking up on. It's got that bluish tone like you did. Let me see. Actually, that's kind of cool. But I wasn't going to do glowing. I want it to be like a sacrificial ring. Where was it? I saw one that had like a similar bluish hue on the bottom. I can't find it. Bah. Can't find it now. So sad. Oh, actually, it's right here. Never mind. See, this is like a bluish tone on the floor. He has his runes a bit set out, but this tone reminds me of what you did. It's a very similar bluish tone. I think actually, I bet you it's not as blue, is it, Kevin? It's more gray. It's just the way the picture, the camera shifted the color a little. I feel so disorganized. But yeah, that came out sweet. But you are missing a roof. I like the little skritty grass in there. I almost feel like you need a few. You got a little skritty grass in there, I see. I feel like you need a little more. But honestly, that's nitpicky and that's being stupid. I really like the way this came out. I like these are. You have the walls a darker color than these. These I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I mean, it almost looks like there are literal skeletons coming out of the wall. Or that were put in the wall. This could be a really terrible place. I'm thinking maybe I should make it a really terrible place. But that is really cool. And I like the walls and everything you did around it. I can see it. See, this is, I can't tell what color metallic, but those I know, it looks like they're metallic. And you did a lot of the gravestone. That's cool. I have a metric ton of gravestones. I actually, when I went on the tour, they let you pick a handful of minis. You know what? I think it's cool that you have that. I don't want to make, obviously I'll do something different, but I do want to do an Armies on Parade at some point. I definitely want to do it with my orcs. Alright, that's gonna dry. What do I want to do? I guess I could actually base coat something else. Because why not? I'm not planning on really working on them. It'll be interesting to see how long this takes to do, because if it doesn't take me as long as I think, it doesn't take me all month, then I'll be able to do some fun Halloween minis. Or maybe I'll do the graveyard columns, or one of them. I have two. I'm just gonna paint the whole thing black. And no, I'm not priming. Yeah, let's get this out of the way. I'm not priming it. I'm just painting it because you can paint right over bones. And I am in team. I'm in team. Don't prime. I'm not saying you shouldn't prime it. I'm saying if you do, go ahead. But I just choose not to. Now you finished the Blade Guard. I'm in contest. What is it Midgard's contest? Was that the one? Was that it? Because I think that's the store that's running one. I might do, probably gonna do Michael Mortar's. So, Michael Mortar, as I've mentioned many a time on here, he's running a Twitter quarterly contest with a really neat trophy that he had made. It's a Goblin King trophy. And basically you have from October till December to enter this to go around, but he's going to run it every quarter. So, and all you have to do is you have to basically paint any Reaper Mini. So there's some strategy here on which one you pick. But it's a photograph, so there's also probably some strategy on how you actually should execute it too. Meaning non-metal metallics might be better than using metallics, because it'll photograph better. Oh, that's right. I was going to do it thin. Yeah, that's okay. It seems to be covering all right. It's going to probably need another coat anyways. So all you have to do is you have to paint up a Reaper Mini, and then you post it to Twitter. And the rules are on his page, I'm pretty sure. I got somewhere I can grab. I'm painting myself into a corner here. There's just no good way of holding this for this camera. Fortunately, I didn't think to reset my camera for a bigger model. So, Kevin, what are you going to paint for that anyways? Assuming you have a plan. As I go along. Oh yeah, that's right. The samurai, the samurai set. How many are you painting? The whole box? Right now, in terms of what I'm painting, is I'm continuing on my mini a day challenge, which I'm all caught up now. I got behind like 3 nights because one, I'm going to do this. Hopefully don't get paint. 12 to 15. That's a lot of minis though. That's going to take you some time. When is the contest? Oh, he'll post. Thank you, Gareth. Yeah, he'll post clearer rules in the Goblin Challenge, or the quarterly painting contest on October 1st. But he says you can actually enter minis, so you don't necessarily paint within that period. But honestly, it's to encourage you to paint. So I'd say paint up something new if you want to enter. I still don't know. I was thinking I could enter this. He likes big and flashy. And actually can enter as many minis as you wish, so I could enter this if it comes out really good. Come on, get in the cracks. What I'm thinking is I may end up tinting these. Maybe I'll tint these rocks that are, or these stone, whatever the hell these things are, decorative elements. Maybe I'll tint them. Different colors. I'll do them a light gray and then I'll tint them like I've been tinting the other rocks. That'll be fun. Okay, be back later, gonna get the kids to bed. Well, that's kind of an important thing to do. Actually, I may have to put this down because honestly, I'm running out of room to hold it. So get a few spots that look like they're lacking in a bit of paint. This is still a little bit wet. Come on, damn it, dry. I'm gonna fall right into the trap of, you know, not having things to. I can start it over. I notice a lot of areas like here. There are plenty areas that dry. It seems like a lot of stuff that's in the cracks is still. It's appropriate. The stuff in the cracks, the paint in the cracks, is still moist. Put that down. I'm trying to think if I want to use. So I have basically have dry brushes that beat the crap out of. I mean, they're dry brushes. That's what happens. Yikesies. So I think I'm gonna stop base coating. This guy. Pardon me while I touch up a couple spots here. There. All right. What I think I'm gonna do. I don't know if this is gonna work out as well. my little with little stones, I like how the dry brush worked out well, but this is a big, very flat. I'm gonna take a bit of this pale gray from Folk Art. Folk Art is one of my other go-to paints. I really, in terms of cheapy paints, I like them. They actually cover pretty well, and they do probably need to be thinned. I'm just going to take and add some. I'll use my big brush is not all that great, so I don't care. I'm going to use this as a mixing brush. Everyone can be shocked. I need a little more of this light gray. It's too dark. And I'm just going to make up a big batch. That's better. As I said, I'm trying to keep things fairly dark on this piece. That would be really bad if I actually washed this brush in my drink. That would ruin my drink. I'm going to try my old terrible dry brush. I've got newer dry brushes. I don't know. I'll see how this works and I may switch to it. I haven't thrown it away yet, but it's a dry brush. That's probably why. Maybe we'll actually use it. Try the other one. Pardon my reach. We'll try this new dry brush I have. Still a little scrungy. I wish I had something bigger. I don't really want to use my big paintbrush as a dry brush. I want to use a dry brush. Just a dry brush. Maybe not go totally dry. I definitely want it kind of patchy. I do feel like stone look is not smooth. So patchy's kind of the way to go here. Looks a little too much. Maybe I won't go to that brush. Just my base coat brush and basically use as a dry brush. I kind of don't want to do that. Because it screws up your brushes, but what? Is it doing that? Alright, I'm going to just switch to the big one. I feel like I'm doing a good job of painting up the paper towel that I'm using. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, that's too much. Take out more, take out more. Oh, that works pretty well. I'm just kind of going kind of in X's. Tap a tap a tap a tap 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 tap. I'm tapping rather than rubbing back and forth to get the paint out. Thing is just that it's just these are very flat. I'm definitely going to end up, I'm going to do this probably 1 or 2 more times too, because I definitely want it to make it a little lighter than what I've got here. I don't want to, said I'm definitely going dark, but I want to have some light spots too. I know I sound like I'm contradicting myself here. That's good. I put my finger in the paint. This is not finger painting. Silly me. And I'm totally going to paint myself. Go all over. I'm doing like kind of swirlies. Swirlies. As I said, I don't want this to be even. Yeah, that worked pretty nicely. Grab some more paint, tap it off. Alright, let's keep it going. I know this is not the most exciting thing in the world, but it's a necessary evil. I mean, if I was really, I guess if it was more of a teaching thing, I would just do part of it. But I mixed this color and I want to use it all. Yeah, I gotta get it done. Exactly. I gotta get it done. I feel like this this particular panel seems to be still a little wet. A lot of these I'm going to go back. I said I'm going to go back over with some, where I'm going to go even, I'm going to go a little lighter. So I'm not too concerned. I like the stones around the sides here. Those are nice. This brush may actually be able to take a bit of a beating. I've had for years, and I have beaten it up in the past, so. Whew. Sadly, this is the thing that seems to work best. Gee, can I count this as a mini for my mini of the day challenge? Unfortunately, the way that I interpret, I guess at this point it's kind of my own challenge, but it's to complete a mini, and this is not a mini. This is, well, this is not a mini. It's part of a mini. Maybe I will do something in this ring other than blood. I'm making blood red runes and maybe put something around the outside, like maybe silver or gold or something. That might be cool. Something inside the ring other than just stone. I don't know. I haven't totally thought this thing through, just parts of it. But I'm getting there. See, this is actually working out pretty quick in the scheme of things. I kind of do like big pieces once in a while because they do tend to work up a bit faster. Can start grabbing it by the other side because this side's pretty dry. The nice other thing about dry brushing things is they do tend to dry pretty fast. So I'm doing swirly motions. And on this pass through, I'm trying to get, there's some unevenness and that's fine, but I'm trying to get most of it done. Just if nothing else to lighten everything up. I think I'll just keep working on the flats and a little bit of the side. It looks like I'm gonna have to come up the side, these sides here, and get more along the side. And funsies, there's a bristle. I think that's in my part of my reach. Yep, it's a bristle. Come on, you silly bristle. Want to get it now while I still have to apply more coats. Did I get it? Yep, I got it. Just kind of buff that back out. No big deal. And look at that. That's pretty much, just have to go along with some of these sides. I know I've got some wet paint on my paper towel I can just go and pick up. All I'm doing is just going along the sides and hitting the high spots. That didn't look like it quite had enough. Okay, looks getting there. Pretty good start. I want to go a little lighter. So I'm going to take, let's see if this paint is still wet. I'm not using the wet, and I just dropped my palette thingy. That's good. Fortunately, the paint is in such a state that it's not going to spill out. What am I hung up on? Hang on a sec. My microphone my microphone, sorry, my earpiece cord gets stuck underneath. I think I see the issue. Gets stuck under my chair. I think the tape isn't holding it down very well. because it should be about here. So I'll tie the twist tie on the other side and then it won't come through. I'll hold. There. All right. I'm gonna take some of this, the lighter pale gray again, shake it down. And I'm gonna mix it into my darker gray paint. I think I'm going to take this lovely paper towel and fold it over. Clean off this. Rinse out that. Stir that in. Basically, I'm taking and further lightening this up with more of the lighter gray. Start back up here at my original side, and I'm going to try to hit it light with a lighter touch. I'm still kind of going in circles. This is looking more like what I wanted it to look like. As I said, what I like about, this is one of those textures. Stone is one of those textures I think works really nicely with a dry brush texture. So, zippy, zippy, zippy. Once again, I said I'm doing circular motions. I'm not pushing down as hard. But I think this is about the color I wanted to go with. I want to keep this also very neutral. I'm gonna, on the walls and stuff, I'm gonna add color. I like the thought of colored stone. If you ever look at stone, it's not just gray. Or not always just gray. Sometimes, I mean, if it's got like rose quartz in it, it's kind of pinkish, you know. That's the one that particularly pops into mind. Or pink granite, or I've seen green. I've seen, warm grays. Okay, like browns. Warm gray and brown are pretty close together. Ugh, I'm so totally off the mark. It's really hard to freaking figure out where the mark is when I'm covering up my tape, which shows me where the mark is. So, Kevin, if you're still lurking about, which I'm pretty sure you are, yeah, I don't know where everybody is tonight. We had a decent crowd on Monday, too. I was gonna say, what are you working on anything tonight? Are you just here? Are you here chatting? Are you working on anything? Like, are you working on any more Space Marines tonight? Oh, wait. Are you doing schedules of your people? Because your security... I kind of have a dilemma here. I have literally like one table out in the hall to sell, right, that I didn't sell. But I'm afraid to put it out there to the masses because it hasn't really been, I basically went to people that pinged us and I got them all in there. You know anybody who wants a table, do you? Actually, didn't you say you had a friend that was looking for a table? Or did they get one? And it wasn't Sarah. It wasn't Sarah one. Because she definitely got one. But it's out in the hall. It's not like it's not like it's out in the hallway rather than in the room with all the vendors. Oh, okay, cool. So I think I know. It's probably the one who's next to. It's probably the one I put next to Sarah, isn't it? I'll bet, because I think that was on. Oh no, maybe it was. That might have been two. Come think of it, she might have had three friends apply through me. One was a guy, and I think the other two were ladies. Hey Gareth, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to have you and Kevin to, and whoever the lurker is. Oh no, wait. No, I didn't. I don't know, then I'm maybe not thinking of the right person, because as far as I know, the ones, I get everybody in there except for two people who actually requested to be out in that hallway because it was cheaper. And I don't think they were either one. I mean, they originally were started out in the hallway, but had a couple people who couldn't make it. The kiddos just kind of collapsed, huh? What do you think of my floor? Oh shoot, that's okay. I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to finger paint. Wonder why I had so much. I whacked my brush a few times here. I say, how do you think of my floor? And I go to screw it up. There, that looks better. And I'm thinking of ideas to do that ring. This ring here. Because it's like, I'm looking at it now, I'm thinking, well, you know, maybe I could do like the blood red runes in the middle. But maybe I should do something like silver. Or... There's only one table, Kevin. I don't want to go through 100 people for one table. I think I have that already, but that is true. Oh, come on, Lisa will know. I'm not as worried about it because it's out in the hallway. I could put myself there if I really wanted to. Jill Tip! Hey, how are you doing? It's so good to see you. Oh my god, all of a sudden people are showing up. I've been here for like an hour and like it was super quiet, and now I've got 5. So 2 more people showed up after Garrett did. Blood red would be cool if you go with... Oh, I know. I'm sort of going for the whole necromancer vibe for this place, though. So I'm painting the Obsidian Crypt from Reaper. I don't know if I can really show it. You try to tip it in. So I basically have assembled the thing so that I can remove the roof. And I'm going to give a handy dandy tip on this, because if you don't do this, you won't be able to take the roof in and out after you assemble the whole thing together. You actually have to go and sand down these 2 points, like these 2 sides. This not so much, but these 2, so that it won't catch on. Basically, I put the back side into where it belongs, and then I bring it down. But it's too big, and it ends up catching on the edges of this, and it just, well, you can't push it in place. I can get it in place, so. Okay, Gareth, I'll get myself a drink. I've been actually really bad about it. When I have this much Coke left over after an hour, I've been really bad about it. I'm going to put a lot, there's going to be red. The thing of it is, like, I can see. So like on this, there's like little runes here, and those I have a gateway and such that I already did, because I did a lot of the pieces of the graveyard walls and everything. So those I did, they're all blood red. So I figure I'm gonna stick with, you know, I have a theme. So I started base coating this piece. Mostly because this bottom piece was drying. Boy, it looks pretty cool up on my camera. It looks different than on my camera. It's almost a little bluer on my camera than it is here. It's actually very neutral gray. The camera still looks pretty neutral. I don't know. But I like it. I don't think I want to lighten it up. I think that's pretty good the way it is. Now, on my walls and stuff, what I plan, at least on the outer walls, what I plan on doing is I'm going to basically paint it like this. And then on top of this, I'm going to actually dry brush in some colors into it. I did that for the rest of my graveyard, and it was pretty effective. But for the floor, I'm going to keep it mostly stone color. I'm debating when I want to lighten it up a little more and do a few of these maybe lighter. Yeah, what the hell? Why not? I don't want to go too light. I'm using all craft paints, by the way. Yeah, it's hard to get true images of what you paint because of the light. Yeah, and actually, I can attest to this because I have this issue in my day job, is that monitors your monitors and even your printers, your digital printers, I'm not talking like silkscreen here where you're actually using inks, but your digital printers, to get it's almost impossible to see true color. You know, monitors are all calibrated differently. And it's said I get jobs occasionally from customers who will tell me, oh, just, here's the color. Nope, they don't give me a PMS number, which is said PMS stands for Pantone Matching System. Nothing else. It does not stand for the other thing that PMS stands for. And basically, they don't give me that. They'll give me some 4-color process mess that we're supposed to match, which is CMY and K, or cyan, magenta, yellow, black. And they expect us to match it based on what it looked like on their monitor on their end. And it's like, we can't do that. Monitors aren't calibrated the same. Also, the other thing is, too, is like, that's why metallics don't read right when you photograph them either. Where is my new dry brush? So I only want to do a little here and there of this lighter color. I'm so totally off screen. Let me... So yeah, please, for the love of God, if you are a designer and you don't know any different, please do not set up a job and say, hey, we need it the color that we sent you because it'll look good on our screen. And then we print it up and they're like, well, that's not what we wanted. Please, for the love of God, pick a Pantone Matching System color. And don't just look at it on a monitor. Find an actual book. Because people will do that too. They'll look at the colors on... They'll look, oh, this PMS color looks great on our monitor. And then we'll send them a color chip and they'll be like, oh, that's not what we really wanted. Well... Yes, folks, I really do like my job. I try not to complain too much. Actually, I love the job itself. That's why I've been there forever. How did I get blue? I had dried paint on this palette. So by Pantone, but yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because that's what you want. Yep, and that makes sense because there are some other color systems, but there's RAL, which is another one, but I think that's mostly in Europe. If you're getting stuff made here, that's the way you want to go. And honestly, that's the best way to do it. I know PMS books are not cheap, but it does matter. I mean, she could pick them up. I started 8:30 and go until 10:30. So yeah, you came in early enough so that at least you get another hour. And then we go Ray Gareth. It's Goblin Double Feature Night. So that makes all sorts of sense, Kevin. And ideally, as I said, somebody who does this stuff on a daily basis, I totally respect that they do that. And I respect her that she went out and bought a book. Although, if you go into their website, you can actually try to pick colors out using... You can pick colors out on your monitor. I mean, if it's for a pin, that might be close enough. You can actually go to Pantone's website and pick colors that way. As I said, it's not going to be true color, but it may be for a pin. where it's, you know, we don't have to match something exactly. If you want gel tip, I'd be happy with that. I like multi-streaming. Hell, I do one of your Friday night ones too, if that's easier. I don't understand where everybody, although I was gonna say 5 is pretty par for the course for a weeknight. Between 5 and 7 people. And in some ways, I don't even care because as long as I got a couple of you who are willing to talk to me, I'm all good. Basically, it gives me an excuse to paint all the stuff I have that's sitting around my house. That is undoubtedly true, that your streaming schedule would be better than mine, or more flexible than mine. I have a lot going on, and that's my own fault. Make this one lighter over here. I'm just making a few a little bit lighter. I feel like this paint is drying out already. But we can do that. As I said, I enjoy working with others. Plus, even if I have no one on my stream, at least I have someone to talk to. Sure. We can do that. This paper towel is so done. There's not much left of empty space. I basically just kind of want to make this sort of a random thing on these lighter tiles. I'll be doing this. I'll be doing another part of this, I'm sure. This will take me more than a week to do. I mean, unless it's a special stream and you want to do something. I mean, I don't care. I can change my plans. But otherwise, it's more of this. I say my Saturday stream is pretty hopping. I'm actually pretty happy with that one. That one seems to get, but that's probably because not a lot of people are streaming on Saturdays. Theme based. Oh, what do you want to do then? Give me a theme. I guarantee there is something in that closet that I can pick out to do. I'll even make it my mini of the night. Even if I don't finish it on stream, I'll finish it outside. I feel like I need a little more. Oh, you're gonna match, but you don't. I assume you don't have one of these to work on, and it's a one-night thing. Next week will be October, so we should pick something. Yeah, exactly. It should be something Halloweenish. Anything for death. If I could have guaranteed I'd get it in time, but I won't at this point. We could get Reaper's doing a contest with like where you paint sugar skulls. That would have been fun. You know, for the day, like the Day of the Dead. I've been thinking about picking one up to enter that. But I have so much else to friggin' work on right now. Spooktober. That's why I'm painting this though, because this is Halloween based. Basically, I'm doing the graveyard expansion from one of the bones a few years ago. Not the latest one, an older one. My paint is being weird. There we go. I mean, I was gonna say, do you have any Reaper stuff that fits the bill from, where is this blue? I gotta have blue. I have blue underneath this, and for some reason, even though it's acrylic paint, it's getting wet again and actually reconstituting. This something usable, which is very strange. Yeah, probably was Bones 3. I also have a bunch, I have a bunch of their, what the hell is those called? I have a bunch of their Bonesylvanians. If that helps. Which are like their chibis. Which I would like to paint more of. I painted like one. Although it kills me, I'm probably gonna have to cancel a stream for like on Saturdays for like 3 weeks in a row, because I have 2 conventions, and in between them, I may be doing a commission fair. You have a large undead dragon. I don't have any large undead dragons. That was one of the things I didn't get. I actually, my best friend has the large undead dragon. That was, Reaper screwed up on one of their bones pieces, and it ended up being a much larger scale. Than it was supposed to be. And they just left it. That is somewhere in my basement, but it's not mine, so I can't just paint it. Oh God, no. You know what? I am like, when it comes to dragons, I'm done with using metal minis for those. I'm like a, 100-pound weakling. Oops. Ow. How did that get on my brush? I must have picked, oh, I know what it is. I picked it up off my cloth. I was gonna say, I know Reaper made some really good ones. But also, that would be really hard to do in one night unless you like stayed up half the night, I think. Even if it's, all skeletal. It still takes time to get the paint on there. I want to do a little more. I feel like do a little more. I'm not sure where I want to go here. Yeah, we can do. So trying to get a little variety here in the stones. I'm still doing swirlies. And these three should be all the same color because clearly they're broken off from all the same stone. This is broken from these two. Actually, move up. This is broken from these two, so all three of these should be the same color. Ooh, let's see. I'm gonna move my brush out of the way. Let's see. Oh no, you know what? I have that mini too. I'm gonna show this off because it's really cool. I already painted it and it's in metal. I love that. Yeah, I did that one a long time ago. You did awesome. That looks really good. I said I do have tons of like bones. I do have a lot of bones mini. I mean, do we have to do the same? Are we trying to do the same mini? I think I'll lighten up just. I don't want to lighten this as much as I lightened up that top section. But I want to make it a little lighter. Because I really lightened this one up. I wanted to have something that was light. Oh, yeah. That one's not yours. Oh, okay. I said, it's funny because I do actually have that one. Come on, stop. There we go. It's funny. It doesn't, now I'm looking what's on camera. It's like a little lighter. It's the ones I lighten up. Yep, okay, these two are lighter. That one's lighter. Okay, so the lighter ones did show up. I mean, is there a law that says we have to do the same mini? Because I don't think we're doing the same mini. Unless you want to go mini shopping. I'm going to do something. I think I'm going to add, I'm going to darken this up. I actually want to, maybe I'll try this. This is all a big experiment, right? I'm going to dry brush on something dark on some of these. That's fine. As I said, I got tons of stuff that would qualify as spooky and horror. That's fine. I mean, it's not like I can't pick something. I would be very tempted. I said I'd be tempted to do one of the chibis. Let's see. I'm actually scrubbing in some darker color here. it's funny. I'm mixing the paint. It looks like it's mixing okay, and the paints are still wet. And then I go in there, and it feels like they're starting to dry out. I said, don't you worry. I will find something. I will absolutely find something under spooky or horror. I can't wait. I love Tavern Gel of Death. Gel Death. You know, I can't. I said I've been doing better at remembering your actual name, or well, your tag. Get out of my way. Yeah. I like this. I like darkening up some of these. Funny thing is, I'm using like the craft black paint I've got, and I'm taking out enough of the brush that it's just coming in as like a gray, but it is darkening the tiles a bit, which is what I'm looking for. Cool. I try next Wednesday. Come out. Yeah. Oh, sorry. You already wrote that. Brain. If I remember, I'll flip and send you a message on Discord. I'll pick something and I'll send you a message on Discord to tell you what it is. I'm going to darken this one up a little more. I said I almost did this floor marble because I actually really like doing marble. I think it looks pretty cool. But what I didn't expect was that my black was actually gonna be so gray when I'm putting this in. The Tavern's Tomb of the Touch Tip. What? I'm not sure about that one. There's some black that actually looks black. Telling you, when I have time, I'm gonna open up a. I want to open up a. Basically, I want to do t-shirts and merch, and I do want to have I Got Moist at the. Yeah, what the hell am I? The Painted Hero Tavern. I'll use my moist emote. That's not all. I'm gonna have Tip Touch at the Tavern. Just the tip, though. Yes. Well, it's a tavern. Aren't the waitresses all working for tips? Who had the stream. Someone has a stream where they actually have like just the tip as a big part of a stream. I don't remember who that was. I was amused. I'm just sort of adding in some of the dark in these recessed areas. There, now I got some variety on this floor. I know you have an Archer saying phrasing. I mean, I may put some other shirts, like more generic ones, maybe some of the game references I got. I'd love to do like mini painting humor. But it's hard for me to think up. Oh my god, that's just gross. The tip meets the moistened touch. Yeah! Let's get rid of that paper towel. Okay, let's do this way. Oh my god, no. That's... Oh, I have no more... Hey, hang on, folks. I'll be right back. I'm going to the closet of shame. See, this is why it's fun. See, this is why I want, like, you to show up all the time. I just want you to show up all the time to make inappropriate jokes at my expense. Hang on one sec. We just say, don't get hooked into my... There we go. I need a paper towel, and I've got more in my closet of shame. Alrighty. I'm like such an inappropriate person as it is. Probably because I'm flipping old as dirt. So the filter is gone. I am pretty happy with the way this floor looks, actually. That's good. Now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do in that ring. Touches and tips isn't bad. Still sounds gross and inappropriate, but I like it. Touches and tips. Oh, the reason why... Now, I don't know if you were around when I ever explained where I came up with my... Oh my god. This is supposed to be for a stream title, Gareth. Oh, you know what? As I said, I like to multi-stream. So, if you ever want to come on... Well, I don't know if you can because I know you got your kids. But you know, we could do a multi-stream, Gareth, too. If you wanted an extra long stream. Or we could overlap. Like, you could come on an hour early and... I don't know if you mind doing 2-hour stream, though. But I actually enjoy 2 hours is about what I can handle. What? Oh god, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do for this ring? So, in all seriousness, I do want to do I think the inner and the outer ring in like silver. I think that will look cool. And then do the runes in like blood red. Blood red. Yeah, so basically we could do like an hour overlap where you come in an hour into mine and then I pop off so you can do your own. Unless you want me to stay the whole time, I don't care. I don't care. I can do a 3-hour stream. That's up to you, though. But I actually really liked the setup you had when you did Mortar's thing, but there's a website called Multi-Stream, It's multi-stream, and the stream is broken up. It's STRE period AM. And all you do is you go in there and you you link the stream, basically the Twitch stream page in there. And then it shows it. It's actually if you wanted to watch two streamers at once. But then what you do is you take the link that it creates and you put that on your stream so people can tune into both. I believe squad streaming is for partners. That's why nobody uses it. If you want to find me 75 people who will watch here every day, yeah, I'm pretty sure squad streaming, correct me if I'm wrong, Gel Tip or Gareth, but I'm pretty sure I like that one. One tip, one touch. I like that. One moist tip, one moist touch. I don't know. All right, let me find some silver here. Instead of just sitting around, I should actually get some stuff done. You're just like obsessed with moisture, aren't you? I'm kind of here for it, but Crusader silver. All right, so I will actually use a Reaper paint for this. So I said I'm gonna take and I'm gonna put some silver in the little rings. My big question is what I'm doing in between. I may just leave it. I just may leave it the stone. Although if you're gonna say moist, you should use the friggin' channel point thing, Gareth. I'm disappointed.
Moist.
I was open. Yes. Oh, Gel Tip did it. Huzzah. Alright, let's see if I can... paint in there. Yeah,
moist.
was okay. Ha! Yeah, and I do not have a cooldown on that, so... It's not like having me try to drink 9,000 times during a stream. Well, they're all free. It's just channel points. Here comes... Yeah, this is the fun part. I'm going to do the thing where I've got my brush going away from me and I'm using the sculpt to help guide my hand. And keeping that color on the inside in this recessed area here. I remember, what was it? Was it I think Supernatural had the thing where you would inscribe your circles with silver. So Gareth, you think I should, if this is good enough, you think I should put this in the painting contest? Because Michael really loves big diorama things. That's true, I do, because I'm a friggin' idiot and can't remember your tag. I deserve it. Oh, I was gonna say, that's right, I saw you last night. So you already know that unfortunately I had to put the my next mini painting party on the 17th. It is what it is. Although, apparently, Although apparently we're going to King Richard's Fair this weekend on Sunday. We weren't going to go because we looked at the ticket price and we're like, it's brutal now how much King Richard's Fair is. It didn't seem like it was that long ago. It was $25. Now it's like $40, and it's like, really? So we were thinking we were going to go, and then our best friend says, well, my dad really wants to go, and he's willing to pay for you guys. I'm like, so we can have more people to go. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll probably spend too damn much money on stuff. And I gotta figure out what the hell I'm gonna wear, because I do like to go in costume. However, most of my costumes I bought when I was in my late 20s. And, well, my metabolism kind of died in my early 30s. So even though I'm in decent shape, I'm not as skinny as I used to be, which probably is not a bad thing. I was actually underweight for my height. Sure. What, neither are you skinny? You look fine, though. Don't say you're fat. You look fine. But I used to be, I'm like 5'4", or I was 5'4". Yeah, round is a shape. I was 5'4", and I was 110 pounds. When I was running track, I was 115 pounds. I literally lost 5 pounds when I stopped running track because of muscle mass. You are not a piglet. Jesus. I mean, if you eat over a trough and you eat like garbage, okay, then maybe you are. If you eat anything, including a corpse, then you may be a piglet. Well, what the hell is she cooking for you if she's cooking? Or what the hell are you cooking yourself? I'm definitely not going to assume who does the cooking in the family. In this family, it's my hubby that does the cooking. Or the ordering out. So there's the inner ring. Yeah, you can see that pretty good. I'm looking on screen just for funsies to see how it looks on there. It's still not... I was going to say, I doubt you truly eat garbage. So, I'm going to ask you guys something. I brought this up on like Monday night. So have you ever had something happen to you in a game that you can't stop thinking about even like 3 days later? And if you play D&D, I don't know if you play D&D, Gel Tip, actually. You should, but that's beside the point. Ooh! Soft pretzels, chips and salsa, and beef jerky. I don't do... Nothing wrong with nothing wrong with most of that. I don't do the beef jerky, though. I asked my husband if he thought I was weird because I was still friggin' thinking about this damn game from Sunday. Because what's happened is just... It's hard to process. I don't know what a biltong is, but... I mean, I can make some assumptions here what it might be. But I have no idea what it is. Oh, your wifey's been so cute, by the way. When she's every day she's posting a new thing she likes about you. That is so sweet. I'm not necessarily gonna share this one, but I'm gonna look at it, see what it is. Biltong. Dry cured meat. Oh, okay, so it is sort of like it's like a jerky, but it's not. Beef to game meat such as ostrich or kudu. Ostrich, by the way, is really good. I've had ostrich. Yeah, okay, yeah. So it's sort of like jerky, but it's not quite like jerky. So can I get this done in 8 more minutes? That's a good question. Where do you get it from? I know we have a lot of interesting... You know, I heard my phone go off, so yes, you did. Where'd you DM through? You must have DM'd him through Discord. But I get 8 minutes to... 7 minutes to finish this circle. If I want to finish it on stream. I will look as soon as I either finish this or I get off the... I go on to Gareth's stream. I can DM you back. I will admit, I'm kind of looking forward to going to King Richard's this weekend. It's been many years since I've been there, so... But I can't get over that price. Yeah, it's funny. Reaper does the Reaper Challenge League, and they actually, for September... Oh, I gotta put in stuff for the raffle, if I didn't miss it. Basically, they have like a bunch of things you can, do minis for. Some of the ones that they basically, they've got some monthly challenges, some quarterly challenges, and they get a yearly challenge that's a 365. They get a freebie from your Shelf of Shame, which can be from anything, not just Reaper. And you get points. And what was that coming from? Oh, so one of the things they do is a limited palette. And September, it was, I know it's still September, but they actually closed the submissions. And September was, the limited palette was purple, purple, purple. So 3 purples. I think you can put in black and white. The mouseling I did on here, by the way, is like that. I didn't use one color. I mean, obviously, but that was for their quad color challenge, which you could only use 4 colors. So I did it in CMYK. The designer's 4. Ooh, I'm gonna make it. I figured I was gonna get this done. Alright, so he's going over to his stream. We'll see you there in a minute. Or a few minutes. Alright, so let's see what you threw to me on Discord. Am I supposed to share these? Ooh. Ooh. Maybe I will share these. I gotta go on Discord. I do have Discord on this computer. Alright, let's actually go find you. Did you? That's right, your name is like... Let's see if I can figure out how to actually link this. Let's see. Copy message link. There we go. So if I have to do it. This is what he put on there. I think people can get it even if they don't have Discord. But here, let me actually share it. I can share it. I can pick this without... Oh, it's so small. Yeah, it's so small. Damn it, I tried. You know, I love it. And I really actually love the base. So what'd you do for the base? Oh, it didn't work? Shoot. Alright, well, apparently you have to have... Oh, maybe because it's a private message. But anyways, there it is. It's kind of small, so... But, Joe, what did you do for the base? Because obviously those are not just brown. I see greens and oranges and reds and stuff. Did you find leaves that were actually pre-colored? I kind of did that already. It still did it small. There, you can all look at my reference pictures. There's this thing that says open original. Let's see. Yeah, it's still small. I'm using Firefox. No, it's not how to do that. Where the hell is Zoom? I don't... Okay, I use Max. No, I don't use this. I don't see a magnifying glass. Let's see, is there something here? Oh, here we go. There we go. Although now, this is what happens when you zoom. It's now, because of the pixels, it's now pretty pixelized. But alright, so what you just said? The base use colors for... Oh, okay, so you could use other colors. No, that's really cool. It said... yes, brown obviously was your color and you added black and white to it to give it some variety. That's pretty cool. Alright, and then... Yeah, we'll do that. Sorry, I wish it was a little better. Oh shoot, it's 10:30. Alright guys, well that means it should be time for Gareth. Shut off display pics. God, on my thing it almost looks cool. There we go. Yeah, look at that. So I used an actual shiny silver to do this. Which way is best? Okay, there we go. So there's the beginning of my ring. I'm going to do the middle. Blood. I said these are going to be like blood red runes. But I think this was a good start for my Obsidian Crypt. And I can't wait to finish this. Because I want to set up for Halloween. So, and add it to the rest of my graveyard. I did learn how to mix hot pink. Oh, you know what you missed? I could do hot pink, but how did I do that? I did it with, I did like orange. You actually like can add like orange into it, I think is how I did it. Orange and white and red. You make it a very orange. It's almost like salmon color to really get a hot pink. But see, that's more than one color though. Hey, yo, one thing you missed when we did the painting, when we had our painting party, there was a guy there who had like a Warhammer Fantasy model. One of the, I think it was a Bretonian soldier, and it had he had like a staff, and he painted it as it's the GW maggot white, so it was kind of greenish, brownish, and yellowish all in one fell swoop. And he didn't have any with him, so I actually matched the color. And I was like, yes, I still got it, which is good because I'm still a graphic designer. All right, well, the three of us who are left, let's go visit Gareth since he has started. Thank you guys for dropping in and chatting. I always appreciate the company. If nothing else, I appreciate the company. So I appreciate each and every one of you who stopped by to say hello. And I hope you have a great night. Of course, I'll be streaming on Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, where I'll be continuing on this. And I'm really excited about this project. That was a good start. So let's hit the raid button. I can't see. These glasses do not help me much where my computer is. And I will get in touch with you, Jill, about whatever the heck we're going to paint next week. Sure I typed this in correctly. Maybe we could paint hot pink ghosts next week. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I always appreciate it. Have a great night. Let's go!